On this pole was the power meter for what I thought was just our cabin. So I just flipped the breaker in hopes the lights would stay off. I then snuck back into the cabin and was able to sleep. But the next morning at chapel, we were told that someone shut the camp's power off that night, and a girl who had a CPAP machine almost died in her sleep because the machine shut off during the night. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Youth Group Chronicles. Tonight we have some fun news. This is Youth Group Chronicles' birthday.
Hey.
Wow.
Youth Group Chronicles is 3 years old. Yeah, that's crazy,
Happy
right?
birthday,
3
YG.
years. Who would have thought we would have made it this far? 157 episodes in.
Wow.
3 years old when this drops.
Wow.
And 48,000 podcast subscribers.
Wow.
It's actually crazy.
That's a lot of chickens.
412,000 followers on social media and over 2.6 million listens in over 120 countries.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you guys have been listening to a lot of Youth Group Chronicles, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Grace. Happy birthday, Youth Group Chronicles. Hello to our YouTube and Instagram chat. We are live on a bunch of different platforms. This is something we're doing new in season 7. And you guys can go ahead and grab something under your seat. I stuck it under there. This is what I was talking about.
It's like Oprah.
Yeah. It's under the front, Sha. Can you pass me mine too? Can you reach it?
Sorry.
All right.
My belly has grown in the last few years. It makes it not as limber as I used to be.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not as limber as season 1.
Let's go, man.
I feel like I'm going to get snapped right in the neck.
Yeah, I feel like this is, yeah.
Is it getting cut on the...
Yeah. It's hard to breathe, but.
3 years, dude.
Yeah.
Oh!
I just had real PTSD.
Happy birthday, Youth Group
Oh,
Chronicles!
wow.
Yes.
What?
Don't
Just
blow
blow
it
it
out yet. A 3. Ready? 1, 2.
I'm not blowing it.
3.
He blowing. Go.
Blow it.
Come on, man.
I can't
No,
blow it.
I'm not trying to get spit
I'ma
on
do
me.
it. All right. Is it good, Sam?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
There we go. 3 years of Youth Group Chronicles.
3.
Yo, that was loud, dude.
3. Be careful.
This is our celebratory episode. Oh, this is a mess, dude. I didn't know there was that much confetti in
you know.
here. Yo,
shake
can
it
we
off,
try some of that cake?
just like the haters in the
There's a
comments.
knife in my bag. I don't know. Yeah. That's why I brought it.
Gotta shake
I
it
told
off,
you.
like the haters in the comments. Shop.
Yo, we're going to get we're in a mall right now. We're going to get security down here in a second.
Haters on my body. Shake them out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is why we don't do confetti at our youth group. And if we do, it's got to be like the chunky ones.
Is Caitlin here? Because she can clean this up.
Yeah. Can we get a setup teardown manager?
Yeah. What? Who is?
What up, Crash?
You were... Isaiah just said that when there was a quote shooting at the mall.
Sam's cone looks disrespectful. You want to know why Sam?
Let us try that
You want to know why
cake.
Sam chose green? Because he can green screen it out. In
Oh,
post.
that's true. That's so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have a knife? Guys, it's to cut the cake. We're going to try. You guys want some cookie cake? Like a piece of it real quick?
I'll
Try
take
a little
slice.
sliver.
Yeah, I just want like a bite.
A little
And then
slice.
you guys with us tonight.
Not
can have-
too much-
You
not
thought
too much
Sam.
frosted,
You thought.
you heard?
Let me tell you what. Sam bought that for him.
Yeah,
He
I
was trying
picked
to
it
find a
out.
way to get a little cheat.
When I
little
was
cheat in
like,
there.
what options do we have for dessert today?
Shaw looked like he could be a Minecraft character.
Yeah, are these Minecraft glasses?
They are.
They are.
Is that what they are? Okay.
I
They
feel like
gotta
I
be.
built them
When you
myself.
have anything like this, like the little digi.
Did you all hear that?
I didn't yell at you. Yo, Cole, don't disrespect me on this live, brother.
Okay, I gotta say this. When Shaw came in tonight, the first thing he said, he didn't even say hi. He's just like, I've been watching YouTube. Y'all have been disrespecting me.
Listen,
That's the first thing he said.
listen.
I want beef.
With them glasses on, the way Shaw was just in his chair, he looked like the light-skinned Minecraft Steve.
I don't even know what that is.
They violating.
I'm not.
Wait until I bring up my story I got.
All right, while we're waiting for
Bring
that
my
cookie, I
story
do
up.
got to hear it. You said you had something about Cole.
All right. It's not just Cole. It's 3 people.
Oh,
So you bringing up people who not in the studio. Got it.
I think that's
I'm about
gossip,
to,
isn't
I'm
it?
about to, nah, I ain't going to gossip. I'm going to talk about Cole. I'm going to bring it out Cole. One of them's in the studio right now.
So there's two.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna ask a question.
Just to preface this, we gotta let them know.
Yes, okay.
We gotta let them know. We're gonna preface this, y'all.
I'm not gonna.
I told
Trey
Shahid to be careful what can of worms.
Trey agreed with me.
What can of worms he opens?
Trey agreed with me.
Podcast.
It's not bad.
Right.
You said it wasn't bad. You said it was normal. So I'm gonna ask Sam as a question.
Lauren,
is it normal? Let me ask my question.
3 years of work, worth it, everybody.
Before your husband says this, I want him to remember all the weird things he says.
Okay.
So I don't know what he about to say.
That's fine.
But that's what I'm trying to remember.
I'm okay. I'm good with myself.
No, it doesn't have to do with you.
Listen.
It's going to be something sus.
All right, go for it. So we can actually do a podcast.
It's not sus at all. It's weird. Like I said. Sam, as a man, do you pee when you sit down when you pee?
I don't even
Absolutely.
care. This is what you had, bro.
Are you kidding me?
Yo,
all right, I'm asking the chat.
Podcast
Zay, do you sit down when you
me,
pee, bro?
And walked in the wrong.
This is what you came up with?
No. Do you every time you pee at home? Do you sit down when you pee?
Yeah, because you can be on your phone.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are you kidding me, dog?
I got trained.
Let me put my glasses on.
My parents trained me. I made too many messes. And my
You
parents
ain't
told me
chancing
in
it?
this house,
We
we
will
sit down.
Yo, chat. Yo,
Bro,
chat.
I'm scarred.
For all the men in the
I'm
chat,
taking these off.
do y'all
Give me
sit
two.
down when you pee?
Well,
Thank you all for joining us for YGC birthday. We are actually going to do an episode tonight. Apparently, Shaw is the only man here that stands up.
Hey,
Attaboy.
in public
is this what you want? Like, is this what you want?
Public
Listen.
bathrooms? I'm
Listen.
standing up.
Listen, who's on my
My
side?
own bathroom?
If you on my side, drop hundreds in the chat right now, bro.
No,
I don't
listen.
Yeah,
care.
put it in the
I
chat.
wanna
Yo,
see my-
comment the P emoji.
I want to see my wife in the chat.
Comment the
my
put that
wife
in the chat.
My wife and I have been married. We're in our 5th year of marriage.
And if
And
you want
she
to
has
pass the
never-
cool side and
She
their
has
side,
never, since we've been
drop
married,
the
she can
dookie
affirm in the
stain
chat.
in the chat.
She can affirm in the chat. In 5 years, she's never found a drop of pee from me on the seat before she sat down, and she's never found
Bro,
a seat.
you know what you do?
that's 'cause you're supposed
you
to
lift
lift
the
the seat.
toilet seat up.
Yeah, that is fair.
No, because if I look and we lift
They're
your
talking
toilet
about it
seat up, there's going to be a
splatters, it
ring.
splatters.
There's going to be a ring
Now it's
on the
splattering
outside
on the back of your
underneath your
thighs.
toilet. There's going to be a pee ring.
Now it's splattered on the back of their thighs. What is you talking about? Now you gotta.
How, bro?
Yes.
How?
They said
Thighs
if you
are
don't-
here.
If you don't,
How?
they said if it don't sit down, it splatters. It splatters.
Sean needs PR.
See,
Personal
everybody's
PR.
dropping
Shaw's trying to
hundreds.
recover from.
Everybody's dropping hundreds. Come on.
Dude,
All right, put it on me real quick. I need to make sure there's no orange in my face from that. Am I good?
yeah, I'm going to be honest. Sam was the wrong guy to ask.
Cause Sam is
Why?
Because
homeschooled.
you're a clean dude.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sam was homeschooled. I'm
What?
clean too. It doesn't have nothing to do with being clean. It's weird.
In my own crib.
No,
You're
know
a
what-
man.
You know what the problem is? The next time we record, Shaw's gonna come in after watching this on YouTube and be like, "Y'all made a fool out of me."
Nah, I didn't. The chat is standing with me right now. I don't care.
I couldn't stand with you.
So for the record, we are
'Cause
just
I'd be
having a
sitting.
conversation. We're not clowning Shaw.
I'm not even
And
mad.
just in case
Honestly,
he comes
guys,
back.
When I came in and said that about them, I was literally honestly clowning them.
Yeah, you were.
All right, guys, let's actually do some stories tonight. We have some good ones here for episode 157 for our YGC birthday episode. The first one is an anonymous story. When I went to church camp, I wasn't used to staying up late. Being a homeschooler at the time, I had a strict bedtime of 7:30 p.m., which my body was pretty accustomed to. Fun fact, that was my bedtime for a long time.
Yeah.
7 p.m.
Never
Until
mind.
probably like age 14.
Dang.
Yeah.
That must have sucked.
Maybe a little younger.
14,
13,
Tragic.
When we were dismissed to our cabin around 8 p.m., I went straight to my bunk and I was ready to sleep, except my cabin mates and counselors wouldn't turn off the lights as they were still talking and playing around. Being quite tired and frustrated, I left the cabin while everyone was distracted by their talking and went to the utility pole about 50 feet from the cabin. On this pole was the power meter for what I thought was just our cabin, so I just flipped the breaker in hopes the lights would stay off.
Nah.
I then snuck back into the cabin and was able to sleep. But the next morning at chapel, we were told that someone shut the camp's power off that night, and a girl who had a CPAP machine almost died in her sleep because the machine shut off during the night.
Oh my. They just killed the girl.
Manslaughter.
She made it through.
This would have been
almost killed the
manslaughter.
girl.
Yeah.
You imagine that? She's literally struggling for air in the middle of the night.
Yes,
This is crazy.
indubitably.
On the Duke.
Could he get charged for that? Actually,
Yes.
bro. And
he did.
I don't
Attempted
know.
murder, bro. You just try to kill
no, it
someone.
wouldn't be attempted murder. It'd be like
Chat, let us know. Is that
involuntary
something you can-
manslaughter at best?
Yeah, manslaughter. Attempted
best.
You can still go to jail for manslaughter. Though,
Yeah, you
right?
can.
Yeah, bro.
Homie
I know
almost
people
committed
in
it. Yeah, that's
prison
what,
right
But is
now
it really a
15
crime to turn a
Usually
breaker
now
off?
for manslaughter.
Is it what?
Is it really a crime to turn a breaker off though? Like I feel
Right.
like for manslaughter, you have to be committing a crime. I don't know if we can pull this up, but I think you have to be committing a crime and you didn't intend for that crime to have the intended outcome. So it was like, let's say you were like driving drunk and then you hit somebody. You didn't
It's by
intend to hit
accident. Yeah,
somebody,
you
but
didn't
it's
need to
still
do it,
you
but you
still
still
killed
did
him.
it.
Yeah, but you were breaking.
Where,
he was
like,
breaking the law
homicide-
driving drunk though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
say if I'm
homicide is
mowing
like I meant to kill them. That was the crime I
Yeah,
committed.
say I'm on a zero turn mowing the lawn, right?
Yeah,
And
without
I
no-
see somebody walking on the street and there's a rock in the yard and it hit him in the head and it killed him. That's manslaughter. 'cause
Nah.
I didn't, yes, it is.
No, what? If
Yes,
you're
it is.
wait, hold
Feel
on,
like
say it
that's-
again. Say it again.
I'm mowing the lawn.
No, it's not.
Okay, demonstrate.
It's not. That's not
All right.
manslaughter.
So I'm blowing
Nope.
stuff out on the
All
How
right,
is
we're
it a
chat
crime to mow the
GPTing this.
I'm blowing stuff
What are
out
we
in
asking?
the street.
How is it a crime to mow the
I'm
lawn?
blowing. Listen, can I answer my question?
You can't.
I'm blowing stuff.
We can't have Isaiah here
I'm
for
mowing the
this.
lawn, right? I'm mowing the lawn.
Poor Sean.
I'm mowing the lawn,
mowing
and
the
grass
lawn.
is flying out into the road.
Yes.
And a motorcycle comes through and he slips on the grass and he dies. That's manslaughter.
Hey, I would just want to say this as my statement. I hate to be right, but that's not manslaughter.
It
That's
is.
my statement.
Look it up right
Look
now.
it
Yeah,
up.
ChatGPT.
they have to be committing a crime for it to be manslaughter.
It is because
Like
you're not
drunk
supposed to blow grass into the road.
Oh,
You know that?
That's-
What
Yes,
penal
I
code
used
is
to
that?
do landscape for mad years, bro.
okay. So maybe they could get you with that technicality. True.
And with a rock. You're supposed to turn
Manslaughter.
off
If
the
someone is
blades.
blowing debris into the street with a leaf blower in a reckless or negligent manner, creating
What
a
does that
hazard,
mean, though?
and a motorcycle slips and causes
Reckless.
injury or death, it could potentially be considered manslaughter.
manslaughter. Oh,
Wow, Sha.
Yeah.
Sha, that
Here we
was
go.
good. That was good, Sha. That was good.
He ain't getting me tonight, brother.
He got it.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
He did work for a
Attaboy,
landscaping
Sha.
company.
Yep.
I will say though.
We were wrong.
I will say though.
Yes,
What does it mean
Yeah.
to negligently blow? Like, what does it mean to do it in a hazardous way? Like, it'd have to be a lot of dust. Like, it'd have to be a lot of dust.
What, for the road?
Leaf blowing though, and lawn mowing.
No, when a zero turn is blowing all that stuff out in the road, it makes a big mess, bro.
I've
then a motorcycle slips.
I've ridden many zero
To
turns.
do something in a hazardous
I
way.
agree.
All right, look at
Definitely
this.
when you're by the curb.
I
when you're doing
agree.
that curb
Blowing
part.
debris into
especially
a-
if you hit some dirt, if you cut up the grass a little bit.
Yep.
But I'm saying to you, like, you know, that's a crazy scenario.
Yeah, we
that's
debate
like
the
some
most random-
1,000 ways to die.
If someone's listening to this for the
That's some final destination
Nah, it
death
is,
right
though.
there,
'Cause
bro.
when he told me that, I was like, bro, you're bugging. You're
Nah, that
overdoing
does
it.
sound right.
And he was
That's-
like,
that's
all right, now you're not riding the zero turn anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, you got in trouble for it.
Yeah, I got in trouble for it.
Oh, so he remembers.
Dang.
This is like
This
deep,
is a
bro.
scar.
The rock situation too, because I had the blades on still when I was supposed to turn them off.
Oh yeah, I could see that
And then-
though. Yeah.
He's like, if you would have hit him with a rock in the head, you would
Dead.
be going to prison for manslaughter. I'm like, all right.
No, he just knows his insurance is going to go up. Is what's the problem?
It wasn't even the boss though.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, bro, relax.
All right, this is a story from Haley. Now we're doing something brand new. Like I said, we're in season 7. This is called our Guess the Denomination segment. Yeah. As-
That's a cool nose one.
I've been around the world with this.
Now, they didn't let us know what the denomination was. However, at the end, after we're done with the story, we're just going to give our best guess and an explanation why we think.
Dang.
Because I think in this day and age, all denominations are making fun of each other anyway.
Yeah.
So I just have to preface that. This is all in fun. But it's also Youth Group Chronicles, so we don't care.
I'm gonna suck at this.
So
That's why I'm non-denominational.
that's right. I don't even know why I had to put that out there. Where's our legal team? We didn't have to do that, right?
I'm PR, dude.
No.
We're good.
Oh, there.
We're good. We're good.
We're good.
We're
Okay,
non-denominational.
I didn't have to put that out there. I redact
when you
everything I just
claim
said.
non-denominational, you have free reign. You're like, I'm on nobody's side.
We're good.
I'm on
Chat
nobody's
GPT
side, but
gave
I'm
us
on
legal
everybody's
advice.
side.
So Haley
But
said,
not everybody.
at my friend's youth group, they love playing pranks on each other. One of the youth leaders was getting married, and 2 high school guys decided to find out what hotel they were staying at on their wedding night.
oh my, this already sounds wild.
Somehow they managed to get a room key, and then they dressed up in masks, snorkels, and fins and hid under the bed, planning to jump out when the newlyweds walked in.
They're naked. Oh,
But unfortunately for these 2 students, the couple wasted no time getting after it.
oh, I told you.
Naturally, though. Naturally, you can't blame them.
These two guys were stuck under the bed the whole time listening to everything. And when it finally quieted down, they had to shamefully crawl out and left the room without a word.
Nah. So they crawled out when they were still in the room.
Yo.
Imagine being dressed in that, crawled out under the beds like, all right, guys, you're walking away.
Nah, bro.
I would honestly, me personally, I would have walked out. I would have, I'm done with this. I'm out.
Immediately?
Yes.
Yeah, but imagine you're like, it's
What's
too
more
late.
awkward, bro?
It's too
Me
late.
personally,
I don't
I'd
care.
have never been in the room.
Exactly.
Me personally, I'd have never put myself in
If
that
you was in
situation.
the position,
Bro,
I would have
so-
walked out.
But hold on,
during
you
it.
got to play the clues here. First off, the fact that they got right to it means they stayed abstinent.
So
Which
we should
means-
do I'm thinking the kids, we should guess the denomination.
The kids,
kids.
The kids.
the ones who broke.
Well, they
got to
be a part of it. They all
Yeah, the
gotta
ones
be
that broke in.
the
So
same-
yeah, that's fair. My guess was Baptist.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because the Baptists that I grew up at our youth group were very sheltered. A lot of them. And I think because of that, these kids were like, what could go wrong? This is just a hotel room after their wedding. What? We're just going to jump out and scare them. And that would be my guess. So chat, AG, Baptist. Okay, we got a Baptist.
Honestly, I don't know too much about
Mormons do it all the
It's
time.
crazy.
Mormons is wild. Jehovah Witness.
Jehovah, that's
J-Dubs.
I don't care.
that's
That just sounds like something
Wow.
crazy.
yeah, I'm sorry. I can't read
All right,
that.
I'm going to tell you who it's not. It's not Methodist. It's not Presbyterian. It's probably
Okay,
not
we're narrowing
Lutheran.
it down.
Probably not Lutheran.
So Pentecostal or Baptist?
I'm gonna say Pentecostal.
I'm going to
Okay.
go. Ready?
I'm gonna go with-
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to get here. This is definitely some Pentecostal activity.
Why?
But
I'll tell you why.
because I also grew up around a whole bunch of Pentecostals.
Okay.
And, you know,
Mormon.
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody in the chat is saying more. A lot of people are saying Mormon.
I would say that
I would
if
say
Mormon
Mormon,
is
too.
an option,
I'm going with Mormon. They got
ready?
you know,
It's either Mormon or Southern Baptist.
Southern.
Southern Baptist is good. That's a
Yeah.
good safe pick.
That's fair.
That's a
I
really
think
good
we're
pick.
all on the same page.
Southern Baptist
I think
is
kind
a
of the
great
chat
pick.
as well. Catholic,
I just want to say
Pentecostal,
Southern Baptist. It's either Southern Baptist.
Amish is
Amish.
crazy.
You know what? No. I'm not saying Mormon. Definitely not Catholic. Definitely
Yeah, I
not
don't think it's
Catholic. That's
Catholic.
not
Yeah,
on
it's
my
not
list. If it's
Catholic.
Catholic, I'm shocked. And I bet I
You went to Catholic
There's
school.
a
no
lot of
way
my
it's
you know.
Catholic.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying I'm gonna say Southern Baptist, which I guess falls in there. We'll just say Baptist, but I would like to specify it's either Southern Baptist or Pentecostal.
Got it.
But
All right.
I'm locking in.
My final vote is Baptist.
Yeah, I'm locking in final Baptist.
Does Mormon count or no?
Technically, that's another religion, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
not gonna get into that in the
That's fair.
YGC. You can check us on YGC
Don't make me
after
get-
show.
Hey, I've been
Yeah.
studying Mormonism, man.
Hit us on the
I've
YGC
been on
after show for
But
that.
I'm gonna go with Pentecostal.
Pentecostal, what did you say?
I'm saying Southern Baptist or
Southern Baptist, and I am going Baptist. It was pretty mixed in the chat.
Amish
And like
is
I said,
funny.
they didn't let us know, but this is a new segment we're trying to get some guesses here, see what you guys think. But this is a story from Ashley. Our youth group has a special needs student that came in one week very upset. He asked me why Evan Goldman's parents had to get divorced. I asked if Evan was a friend.
First and last name.
I mean,
Well, Evan Goldman, I'm sorry.
I asked if Evan was his friend, and he said yes. I told him I didn't know why they got divorced, but to help the situation, I prayed for the family in front of the entire youth group.
oh,
Fast forward to later that week when I attended the local middle school musical, I quickly realized very quickly in the opening scene that the main character's name was Evan Goldman, and his parents got divorced.
oh no.
It dawned on me that I had been praying for a fictional character from a musical for 3 days, and none of the other middle school students who had watched the
Wow.
show during the school
Are you
earlier that
kidding me?
week felt the need to tell me.
Wow.
Man was praying for a myth.
I want to know how the show ends. Was his prayer answered?
Yeah. Okay.
Was
let's see
his
this.
prayer
Pull it up.
answered? Did Evan turn out all right? He's probably a millionaire. Evan's probably worth a lot of money. I'd say those prayers landed.
Let's see. She's pulling.
Is this a guy?
Well, this is the play. Is it a movie? Oh, it must be a movie because so schools. See, I don't know. Schools do plays based on movies, right?
Yeah.
Depends
Or a
on
book?
what, depends Depends on
All
what
right. Our
Depends on what school you go
resident theater girl, Lauren.
Depends on
what
what
happens?
school you go to.
13 the musical has been a musical for a very long time,
Oh my
and
gosh.
Netflix
Nerd.
just made
Nerd.
one. And it was Ariana Grande's Broadway debut.
Okay.
Wow.
Didn't care about all that. But
Amazing, babe.
did they get divorced and get back?
Me neither.
Back together? Did his prayers work? Let us know,
Prayers-
chat. Does anyone know?
His prayers landed for sure.
His prayers work.
Come on, man.
That's
It
all
was.
good.
Come on.
The
School play.
anointing of the Holy
School
Ghost.
play.
You know
the
they got back.
prayers landed.
Hey, that man
Evan
was,
Goldman has turned out perfectly fine.
that man was
I think
speaking
you're
in tongues. All that. Don't play with him.
Dang, dude. I would feel like
His life turned upside down. His parents got divorced.
No embarrassing.
I don't think it says
that
anything
is.
about getting back together. But
Imagine doing that, bro. Like that's like.
As
Never
long
mind,
as
I'm
you
not even
do
gonna
it
say it.
oh,
That's how-
praying that. Well, what's crazy is the kids didn't say a word.
Yeah.
They just went. They all went to the school and knew the
They
play.
went
They were
along
just
with
like,
it, right? But we was special.
his parents. They don't get back together.
that doesn't mean they aren't happy.
All right. So another guest
Right.
denomination. He prayed and his prayers didn't work. I'm just playing. We're not.
Uh,
Oh,
No
my.
comment.
No comment. This is a story from. You know what? I'm not even gonna try, but it starts with a B. This is our. This is another segment, guys. This is one we've been doing for a while. This is, and we finally named it. I came up with a name.
Word?
It's so crazy cool and so crazy
Let me
simple. But
hear
it's
it.
Finish the Chronicle.
Oh.
Yeah. Who would have thought, right?
Mm.
Yes, I know that was
That's good.
that took a lot of
FTC,
thought to figure that
man.
one out, as
Finish
you
the
can see.
Chronicle.
Our youth group did a human claw game where you'd get strapped into a harness, lifted into the air by a rope that was tied to a metal beam, and then dropped into a bouncy house to grab prizes.
No.
Safe.
No.
One problem, we had never done this before, so I volunteered to be the test
Of
dummy.
course. Yeah.
But as they
Smart.
hauled me up into the air, this happened.
The beam broke his back.
Okay, the beam broke their, so the beam came crashing down and broke their back?
Yeah. It's like because he was connected to the beam, right?
It was, yeah. So the rope was like a, what do they call it, a pulley or something that went through the pulley and then down to the person, and they were like,
I think they probably did the roping wrong,
okay.
and that thing broke. That
Okay, the
thing,
beam
bow,
broke.
smacked him in his head or something.
So
I
he's
don't know.
tied to it's a pulley. How is he like in a harness or like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in a harness.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, this could go two ways. Rashad, you lock yours in.
Jacob said the rope broke. He
I don't
fell.
know. He probably got like something happened with his thing or something like that.
Oh, his clothes got caught and he only fell in his underwear.
Yeah.
They can't listen. They can't take ours.
Okay, give yours and then
No, I want to shout a lock. his
So
in.
I got two different things. So I think he got caught. Something happened with his private parts in the thing, and
Okay.
they ripped him off or something.
okay.
Or the beam fell on him.
Okay.
One of the two.
All right.
It's always some out of
What's your
pocket
guess?
stuff,
See how
bro.
his changed when the comments got involved? You see how he literally reverberated?
Who, me?
Yes.
I didn't even look at the comments.
All right.
I promise you I didn't.
Anyway,
It was a good guess.
it was
Hey,
a good guess.
You know?
Sam said did
I
say
can't even
something
read that
similar
far,
2 seconds
honestly.
before, but you never know. There was a trampoline underneath, right?
It's a bouncy house.
It's a bouncy house.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
dropped the. Actually, it sounds kind of fun.
All right,
They
all
drop him down like the claw game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Oh, so they weren't just like
In the name of not saying, because I do think the clothes getting caught is a good one. Whether it gave him a wedgie, harmed his future ability to have kids or any of that. But I'm going to lock in with this to just hit this one. They misjudged the distance
Okay. Oh.
and he sank right to the bottom of the bouncy house and he hit his tailbone or something and got jacked up something.
I see a lot of good guesses in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He got his meat caught.
honestly because it
Yeah,
happens
that
so
was-
many
yeah,
times and so
shut-
many different
The
stories,
bouncy
bro.
house
I mean, true.
deflated. Oh, they imagine hitting the like they
That's
dropped
what I
him.
mean.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
and it
Okay.
came-
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he just sank right to the bottom. Boom.
Imagine the bouncy
Towards
house
her-
popped and then it just
Nick said massive rope burn.
Yeah.
The
if they
ceiling
harness them
falls
right-
on him.
Ceiling falls down would be great.
Imagine they tied him to like a drop ceiling they didn't know.
oh my.
All right, you guys ready for this? Some great guesses from the chat. He poops. I mean, that seems right along with some other ones
Yeah.
we've had.
Yeah.
He does something off script.
Pooping.
Uh,
This is a good one.
all I know is this guy is getting hurt. This is actually a good
This
one.
is a great
You know,
He's
some
about to get hurt.
there's a lot of stories that come in. It's like there's some similar ones for sure. This one I've heard nothing like
Yeah,
this.
This one's
Um,
he's getting hurt in some way, shape, or form.
One problem, we had never done this before, so I volunteered as the test dummy. But as they hauled me up into the air, the harness malfunctioned and it slipped up around my neck, choking me.
No.
Yo, I did honestly the noose.
Dang.
So there I was, basically fighting for my life while I dangled in the air, tied to this beam.
No.
My youth pastor literally thought he killed me by asphyxiation.
Oh
Bro, this
my.
was youth group hangman, bro.
You know how bad that
this
would have
was
been,
youth
bro?
group hangman,
Yeah,
bro.
imagine that article.
Like my.
I didn't see any guesses,
me.
by the way, guys. I didn't see any guesses. No correct guesses. I saw a lot of guesses.
Man was
Nice.
cooked, bro.
They lived and they were okay. I don't know how long they were up there, but that has to hurt. I mean, you gotta be real.
Smart
Bro.
person got to grab
Your
with
whole-
their hand and,
Yeah.
and pull up.
You gotta think how much pressure, and then it crushes your
You could get- yeah.
esophagus, all that
Mhm.
stuff.
They're all right. So in the end, if they're all right, but yeah.
Did anyone get that right? Chat? I couldn't see everything.
I don't think so. I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Man
that was
almost
that was a
Decap-
close call for them.
Decapitated over here,
Dude.
man.
We should have assumed that it was some jerry rigged like setup. Like they didn't have a
I
real
knew it.
If
harness.
this
I
is the
knew
case,
it.
obviously they were not using a very good harness.
Yeah, no.
No, it wasn't a harness. It was like, bro, we'll
They
just
tied a
we'll
rope
just
around their
Listen, bro, we'll just tie a rope.
They thought they were some lumberjacks.
No,
out
it
there.
had to be that. It had to be something.
They
like
just tied
that.
a rope
They were
around.
like, yo, bro, just like hold the rope here, put it around his waist. He was like, bro, as long as you.
And then
he
they-
tried to sit on it or something.
Yeah, they
and
put
then he
in
was
the,
like,
they
oh,
put in the
fell
story it was
through.
a harness, but it was really just a rope tied to his waist.
Yeah, that's what they're calling
And
the
it
harness.
slipped up and went to his neck.
He had a harness. It was like a Harbor Freight rope, the yellow one, the cheapest one.
I can picture it. It's just like sitting there, and it's just like,
It had to be so fast.
yeah,
It had to be.
It had to,
And
be.
he had to be a slender guy.
Oh, yeah. Slip.
Yeah,
skinny
right.
man.
even to live, he had to be a slender guy. Not a lot of body weight hanging. From
But
him.
imagine him he's just struggling up there. It's like, bro, he's dying.
In front of a whole youth group.
Right. How are you going to get him down before he dies?
I bet you just
dropped him.
I bet, yeah, because it's over a bouncy house.
Oh, yeah, true.
But I
yeah.
would imagine you still have some,
Dude,
what is this called?
that altar
Like
call after though.
trachea?
Tricky.
That altar call after would be goaded. Like, hey, you never,
You never know
you
your
never
last
know
breath.
when
You
you're
could
gonna
die
breathe your
tomorrow.
last breath. Like, hey, can we give Yahweh a praise?
The breath.
All right, guys, we have an announcement. You guys have probably been seeing it on social media. We're doing a merch competition. What this means is you guys get to submit some designs, and with the chance of it being featured on YGC merch in our store. And the cool thing is we will pay you for it if you win. $150 per design, and you can go to ygcpodcast.com/competition to submit some designs.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
throw that in the chat. Thank you, Sierra. Sierra is always a step ahead. $150 per design. You get your merch featured, or your design featured on our merch. And then we're going to give you a shout out on Instagram too. So if you're good or at designing, or if you know someone that designs, let them know about this and send it to them. It ends April 30th. So we got a bit yet before we're done with it. But we have just over 100 designs so far. So quite a few
Fire.
submissions. There's some really good ones I'm
I'm
excited
going to
about.
enter.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Thank you, Sierra, for throwing that in there. This is a story from Aiden. Aiden said, I was at youth group for the first time when my friend told me he found a beautiful girl who looked just like him.
A little
Turns out-
narcissistic.
They were cousins.
Is that the end?
Thank
That's
God.
it?
Thank God that's the end.
Oh my. Hey guys. Like, hey, you're beautiful.
He was low-key interested for a bit
yeah,
there.
bro. They was about
Hopefully,
to hit you.
she
hopefully
is
not
fatty.
more.
Sweet
look
Home
just like me.
Alabama. You heard?
Guess this hot girl. I
You
just
should have
saw, bro.
known that.
Y'all
already,
sing
bro.
with me, all right? Sweet Home
Alabama. Is it Alabama, West Virginia, or Kentucky? Chat, what's your vote?
Alabama.
Everyone's saying Alabama.
Alabama.
You know, Kentucky actually is pretty high on that list. Very
Kentucky's
high. on that list.
high too. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, man. You
But
just
Sweet
start-
Home
you just
All
Alabama.
start
right, look that
getting
up.
the South.
What state has the most incest?
What
Wait, hold
state
on,
has
hold
the
on. Before you
most
do it, before you do it.
incest?
Oh,
What was your guess?
South Dakota?
Kentucky.
It's got to be something crazy.
No, it's
Alabama.
South Dakota. Okay, so Alabama. What was your guess?
There's gonna be no way for them to quantify this.
Oh, dude, it's ChatGPT. They know everything.
Hold up, England. I know that's not a state, but that would be my guess.
There is no reliable or scientifically rigorous
Oh, so
data.
I was right.
It's also a crime and a sensitive topic, so they can't talk about it. Come on, this is like
Dang.
Google it.
It's a criminal offense. Naturally,
It logged you out.
It really just booted you.
I'm not gonna lie. We just asked chat questions you can't ask about.
No, when it's one you can't ask, it really won't.
Come on, we know it's Alabama, man.
England definitely is like if we were gonna put like country,
West
England
Virginia.
is definitely like top tier incest. Like they were doing generational incest. All the kings and queens were intermarrying.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, come on now. We catching up now.
Did you find this here?
They've been on this.
Which
Back
is the
in
most
Caitlin's
inbred state in
homeland.
America?
They were tripping.
Wow, they really don't let you search stuff these days, do you?
Yeah, dude. They want to keep that. They want to keep. Hey, whatever state's got the highest one.
They don't want
a lot of money
for it not to get out.
Yeah, they're making sure.
All right, the data. Oh, it's considered to be West Virginia, according to
Hold up.
Reddit.
Didn't I say West Virginia?
Yeah, I did not. I said Kentucky.
No, I said West Virginia before though, didn't I? I said West.
South Dakota.
You know what's crazy is I said West.
Chloe,
And then
man,
I
I
had
would
my-
not.
said,
I think he said West Virginia.
Chloe, I would not digital
didn't.
footprint on that
Somebody
one. But
said it.
my cousin married my
I thought
uncle.
I did.
Somebody said it.
My cousin
I
married
think
my
I just
uncle,
said
and now
West,
she's
though.
my cousin aunt.
I thought I said it
My
before
gosh.
I locked mine in. I thought I said like West Virginia, but you know
They
what?
on you. He said chat. Did he say South Dakota?
He said it first, but I think he switched it.
No,
He
no,
said-
I said
somebody said
my
West
final was
Virginia,
South
though.
Dakota, and I was like, that's probably not. But
All right,
I think I said West Virginia first. But you know what? This is a good thing that this is videotaped.
that's true. We could always go back and check the tape.
Mhm.
West Virginia,
Hey, man. All I know is Sweet Home
1000%.
Alabama.
The
was
kids
song
are
they were
weird.
playing.
You know what's crazy? When I think Virginia, I just think Virginia Beach, and that's probably like a bad mentality. Like,
Yo, low key, I thought Virginia Beach was like this nice place. It is like growing.
It's where the
Caitlin, I'm
crackheads
don't
are.
want to
slamming
be
your
a native
hometown.
in the.
It is ghetto, yo.
The
Like
crackheads
I
be
went there.
What
Yeah,
you
it is.
mean?
I thought I was
It's
gonna
pretty
die.
bad.
I went, to the ocean.
Well, that's
front.
where everyone wants to go.
That's
right?
where I thought we were supposed to go.
I stayed
like when I
in-
think
I
Virginia
stayed-
Beach.
No, that's a fact. I stayed on the beach with my brother and my friend Isaac, and it's like the hotels even on the beach are like most of them are pretty sus.
you know what
hotels.
also is really sus is Daytona Beach.
Oh yeah,
like Daytona,
Beach
like
is
International
trenches.
Boulevard is bad.
Yeah, it's
I'm
bad.
not gonna lie though, like
Horrible.
Actually,
I hate
only
Daytona
reason I'm
Beach.
going to Daytona is to go to the dirt.
well, we went to the race one time. There's this pier, or not the race. We went to the beach there, and there's the pier that goes out, and there's like a big restaurant. So like that spot for people who have been there, and we were already really
Joe's Crab
uncomfortable.
Shack?
Yes, that's yep.
I got you. I've been
So
I
we
know
were
that.
there, my family and I, and we have like kids. Like it did not feel safe. Like it made the hair stand up on the back of your neck kind of vibes.
really.
And we were like already uncomfortable. And I look over, and there is a man with a hoodie, with his hood up, dark hoodie, and it like covered like not really his eyes. And then it seemed like a female as well with a hoodie up over her eyes. And he had his hand on the back of her neck like this. And he was walking her down the beach.
Assassin's Creed, man.
No,
Maybe-
dude, it would like
Maybe he's
some
giving
sort
her
of
neck
human
massage.
trafficking.
Well,
I don't, dude, did not see. It was like she was a lot smaller than he was.
Why are they in Daytona
no,
Beach?
no.
with
See,
hoodies
the
on?
thing is,
So
it's
they-
like
exactly,
the pier.
dude, this
It
is-
wasn't on the pier, right?
No, this is
No,
walking the
because-
length of the beach.
Because to park for the pier, there's definitely some suspicious activity. The pier itself, like when you're at the restaurant, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I definitely know when we pulled up, there was
Oh, it's
when you pull up, even in the broad daylight,
mhm. It was
there's
dude. It
definitely-
was 5 p.m.
there's
and it
like
was
mad people in the
sketch.
parking lot for what reason?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I
They're
was
just
super-
chilling, sitting on their cars. Yeah.
So
Not even
uh,
near the beach where you can see the beach. Just like
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
You
So
said you didn't call the
that's
police, bro.
Daytona's dirty. Yeah, I agree. Now South Daytona Beach is very nice. There's some really nice beaches.
Also, like if you go
No,
to Daytona,
we did call the police
during
actually.
the
Didn't
right
we call
times of year,
yeah, we called the
it's a
police.
vibe.
Also, Good Samaritan here. I followed them into a restaurant and lost them.
Good.
Probably a good quarter mile down the beach. But I probably could have been
So
killed.
you failed.
Yeah.
Probably could have.
Dang.
Yeah, I found that out after. But
It's all right.
I was trying, everybody. I was trying.
Yeah.
It was really weird. So we did call the police, not the FBI. I don't
You
know. their
did?
name. Yeah, dude. It was
You
dude,
are
I'm
good
telling you, like the
Samaritan.
guy was walking her down the beach like this, and she just like had her hands by her side and they were walking, and for like a quarter mile he just had his hand on her neck and they were walking. Like, is that not weird?
Just depends.
It's a little strange.
Yes. Thank you.
I feel like I'd be a little sussed up.
Yeah. So that's why we
And I
called
feel
them.
like you got a little room to talk because you live right now currently what used to be the most
ghetto house
dangerous part.
of the city.
of
Yeah.
the
We
city
made
that
it
we live
great is what we did. When
Yeah,
we
you
moved in.
did.
We scared all the bad
You
guys.
guys did
Where?
that, and
My
they
house.
got that, and a lot changed in that community. But so you got a little wiggle room in there. Like you know what a little sketch looks like.
All right, we have a couple more stories here. This one is from Sylvia. On a mission trip in Denver, one of the boys in our group decided to go witness to a homeless man. As he walked toward the man, another homeless man approached as well. The homeless man that approached was trying to sell this other homeless man things out of a shopping cart.
Mm-hmm.
While the first man wouldn't buy anything, the other man stole his water bottle. That's when this homeless guy sitting down pulled out a knife on this other man as he pulled out nunchucks.
Oh my.
So my poor friend
My vote is
awkwardly
on him.
stood there trying to share the gospel with them while they were trying to murder each other just a few feet in front of him.
Yo, I promise you, I know people
That would
Bro.
still talk,
This is
right?
who are like,
Crackhead
bro, they
energy.
can't read the room on preaching. Like, bro,
Facts.
I've seen people in front of me like bleeding
Mm-hmm.
from their mouth. They're like, man, like I remember this one time, somebody, not even trying to violate, but this person's bleeding from their mouth and they're trying to get him to like accept Jesus, speak in tongues, like everything. And my man is literally just like a cut, huge gash. And they're like, sir, we know this is, and they're pressing. And my man just keeps saying over and over, he's like, bro, I just want to go to the hospital. Like, I feel like there's just some moments where you
It's
gotta
okay,
read
yeah.
them, like, you know, read the moment.
That's fair.
You know?
Can we get back to the crackhead energy though? Like, why the heck you pull out nunchucks?
Bro, because this is just, that's
They
just
pulled it out of the
This is
shopping
some
cart. dude.
Elmira
Fiend
crackhead stuff, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
check
telling
it out.
you.
fiend activity.
Absolutely.
There's people out
It's
here who
fiend
think the
activity,
police
for sure.
officers, they holding nunchucks and
Bro.
lights and, bro.
Not
wow.
only is it fiend activity, I'm voting for the homeless dude with the nunchucks.
He's smacking him in the head.
It takes away, like, bro,
Over a knife.
he's got more reach. And the fact that like, it's common to
If he
have a
knows how
knife
to
on you
use 'em,
randomly.
though.
Nunchucks, though, you plan to have violence.
If you know how to
You
use
left
them.
that day and you were like, bro, I'm ready to start a riot. Someone try me.
But yeah, you need to know how to read the
He was
room,
ready.
bro. Like,
It was. But
they about to kill each other. You still over there like, I mean, Jesus can take this
'Cause that
away from
wasn't
you.
water,
He-
brother.
He's this close.
that
They're
wasn't
literally
water.
like-
That was his last little bit of vodka. Last little bit. They were fighting over
That
out.
man had the last
They were
swig.
not
He's
fighting
like,
over water.
That's
They
probably
were fighting
so
over out.
true.
He was like, boy, you know how much I had to steal to get that?
Man just emptied the last drink.
Took
of
his
the
last shot.
He's
bro.
like,
Yes, Derek,
he died
100%
today,
a crackhead. We'll do one more story here. This is from Ian. He said, in preparation for a mission trip, I got up in front of our youth group and prayed for supernatural boldness.
Mm.
What actually came out of my mouth was, Lord, give the youth supernatural.
Oh, no.
Lord, give the youth supernatural boners.
Not the boat. Yeah. Not the boners.
Resign
Yeah.
immediately.
Just give it up, brother.
Go into hiding. Move to
Pack it
Alaska. Build a cabin. Off grid.
Oh, pack it up.
Flip phone only. No camera.
Yo,
Text message. You got to type the numbers.
I got a
Leave the
question,
country.
man. Am I the only one who's scared for like any type of pastor who's preaching?
That something's going to
Anytime-
like happen.
Yeah, somebody's gonna say something out of pocket by accident, and it's just like,
I've
oh
said
my,
it, out
like,
of pocket,
please,
What's
don't-
crazy about this is like he wasn't praying about himself. He prayed about the kids,
Yeah,
which makes
that's
it 10
wild.
times worse.
That's wild, bro. But
Bro,
what
that's
makes you
a-
say something like that? You got to be thinking about that or
Nah,
something
bro.
for that to
I'm
It
not
survive.
just
lying.
comes out
It's
sometimes,
sometimes
dude.
it does. Like
Yeah, you're just
one time
like
I
in
was
the groove.
preaching and I said this word, or it sounded like I said this word, and even I recognized it. And I'm like,
Supernatural boner.
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
whoa. But you know what I've learned is you got to just keep moving.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you say that though, you got to
I-
address that. If you say that one immediately right after,
That's a
you
PR
have to-
statement.
He's like,
incoming.
I pray
You're
for
not moving.
supernatural boners. Oh, I meant supernatural boldness.
Imagine
How do
he
you
said it
fix
again
that? It's over
accidentally.
with.
You still lost the prayer.
Oh, it's
At the end of the day, like you're not recovering. Like you need to start. You need to be like, y'all. I meant boldness.
You know
And you
what
need
I
to
would
start.
do?
You need to start being like, wow, this is.
Closing the
I'm sorry, y'all.
Get out of that room.
But if I'm him,
done.
it was it was, hey, boom, slide it. Here's my resignation. I'm now gonna start. I'm now going off grid. I'm moving. I'm gooving. What?
If it lasts more than, is this a con? Okay.
Oh,
So,
oh
someone
my
commented,
gosh.
if it lasts more than 4 hours, does it require laying on of hands? Technically,
Whoever commented that needs to be delivered.
Nah, that's crazy.
Whoever commented that needs to be delivered.
Nah. That's
I-
my prime, bro. You was wild.
Next to Prime, you need to be delivered, brother.
Oh my.
Oh, all right, guys. Let's do our Would You Rather to wrap up this segment.
That was meant to be on After Dark. That was
Nah, that was
After
New
Dark.
Chronicles After Dark, rated R.
All right.
Hide your kids.
First
Anyway.
option for Would You Rather is our story from Haley. You are in the shoes of the youth students and you want to prank your youth leaders. So you crawl under their bed after getting their hotel key.
Oh my.
Option 1.
Hold up, before you say it.
Yeah.
Is the boners one the second option?
I can't
Is it
say it.
just
I will let you know in a second. So that's, you don't have to answer yet.
if it is option 1?
It's that bad, huh?
Automatic.
I don't know. Nah. Heck no.
Option 2. You ready for this?
Mhm.
You know what? I had a different one, but we're going to go with the boner one.
Yeah.
I really did. But
What was the
since
other
he
one?
said that, I was going to say the hanging one, but this is way
Oh yeah,
better.
the boner one's better. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go with the boner one.
Bro, the other one they never knew. They never found out. They escaped. Right?
I
They
don't know.
escaped the room.
No, they knew when they were done.
No, but they escaped the room. It wasn't detected in the moment.
correct. In the
Two
moment.
people might find out. Two people might find out. The other one, you're going to be marked. You are now marked from every kid who heard you say that. You are marked. And no matter what you do from that day forward, Jesus
Bro.
will forgive you, cleanse you,
That-
wash you. You might not even need forgiveness.
Bro, that
I'm gonna tell you
moment
what, you're
after
cooked.
that room situation,
cooked.
you every time you see them, it's gonna be the most awkward
I
moment
don't
of your
So
life.
you're going with
I don't
which
care.
one are you going with, Sha?
I don't know.
I don't care, bro.
I think I would rather just slip up with. I would rather slip up with the boner thing and just be like, "Yo, my bad."
All right.
I'm
concerned.
going with option 2.
Shaw's on
Yeah.
my
I'm going with
team.
option
I
2.
would
Shaw's
not-
on my U team and touches microphones.
Bro,
I would
would
just let you know
bro, I
right
don't
now.
want to get caught with somebody in the room
That's fair.
having
And
sex
I
with
would
their
hope
wife.
that
That's crazy.
But you didn't see it.
You heard it.
You heard it.
And you were under the
You
bed.
recognized your mistake. You got out. Two people might know.
Okay, I could see that because it was a mistake. We didn't expect them to come in and get crazy.
Right. You
So-
you could claim ignorance. The
But
other
at the
one,
same time, how did that? What was the intentions on when he was preaching though? Did it just slip
Boldness.
out some random?
He was talking about
I
boldness.
know, but like, was it like
Of course it was an accident. He was
Clearly
talking
it's
about
an
supernatural
accident.
boldness.
You feel me? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
It's an
about the
accident.
it's about the witnesses though.
man.
Like I don't know if
The
y'all,
witnesses is two people.
We
you
can't-
just
Yeah, but
walked
the
out
other one,
on.
dude, you're like going into a hotel room on their honeymoon night. You should.
Yeah,
You're
that's
dumb
horrible.
for not knowing.
I'd
And
rather.
then you're in scuba.
I don't
gear.
care how
You're in
sheltered.
scuba gear.
I'm
you're
not.
in a
I'm not
with
saying
flippers
they're.
on
I'm
with
not saying
goggles.
they're not dumb.
Come out the bed with goggles.
I'm not
like,
saying-
sorry guys, I
Bro.
interrupted your sex life. I'm about to walk out the room.
They didn't interrupt. They didn't interrupt. They got out without undetected.
No, I can't do that.
They
I
got
can't
out
jack that
undetected.
one. Nah.
But
They
here's
were
what I'm
under the
saying.
bed.
I'm going
I
with
just
the
want to say
first
this.
one. I'm
I
in
want
the
to say
second
this.
one, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same. Second.
You're going with second.
I absolutely am.
Yo, maybe it's just the fact that I'm around a whole. I think Sha should know.
Well,
better.
I know you're.
The
Okay,
fact
I
that
do, but
they will
it's just
never
like-
forget, bro.
It's not as
Their
bad.
moms are gonna find out.
It's
Their
an
dads are gonna find
accident.
out.
Bro, it's just a
people
word that slipped out.
misspeak
But
all
you
the
know what
time.
Sha
Other
said
one
earlier?
is like
You know what Sha said
traumatizing.
earlier? You know what he tried to say earlier? He was like, "But what would you have to have on your mind to have to make that mistake?"
That's a
And
fact.
that's what every parent is gonna say. That's what every kid is gonna say.
Nah, that's a fact.
That's
It's a
true.
hard guess. I
I'm
don't
still
even know,
doing it.
bro. They both
Final
hard.
Sam can do
for
it.
me is 2.
If
Gosh,
I
don't
did it,
know.
and we're in such an age where like all the sermons are recorded.
Yeah,
Lauren's
that's
going
a
with
fact.
option 1.
Dang, bro, that's a
Uh,
hard one.
I'm
I
option
really
one,
don't
bro.
Option
know.
1. I can't read the name. It's too far away.
Some of y'all know you accidentally had that happen with your mom and dad.
How they get it? They did not get out undetected, guys. Like they saw them come out of underneath the bed. When
They did?
yeah,
I thought they got out on the second.
no,
No.
they were under there undetected.
Bro,
And then
they literally
when they
had to walk
It's
out.
really more embarrassing for the other people.
No.
For the people who are having sex.
Yeah, both,
for the first
dude.
time.
No. What? You're in scuba gear.
That helps your case.
No.
Like, I was
it's like,
clearly
I
here.
look like
No,
an idiot.
because they're clearly there
Why you
for a
under my
prank.
bed
Yeah.
with scuba
No,
gear?
you're clearly there for a prank. If you were just like fully clothed walking out, you got to like explain, like, nah, I was here for a prank.
And you're with your mans. You're with your mans under the bed.
Okay, everyone, that is fair. Cole has a point, but I'm still going with option 2. I agree with that statement.
I don't
option
know,
two.
man.
I gotta go with option 2. I'm sorry.
I don't know,
that,
man.
That one is
I don't
traumatizing.
know,
Like
man.
I could never look at that person the same after
No.
that. It's just
And
like
And they know that you were there.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's going to always be awkward for the rest of your life.
I get all
Yeah.
that, bro.
Imagine
but
if it was like your youth pastor or something
you
like
was
that.
in a prayer, bro, and you threw the boner word out and you prayed it for youth students who are underage. No. You know what? Skip me on that one. Both of them suck. But that's the point of this. That both of them suck. And you gotta pick
That's
what
the
you gotta
game.
pick your heart. No pun intended.
You could never be in the same room with that person again, bro.
You could. You forgive, you move on. Forget. You wipe it out of your mind.
He's really trying to convince himself this
No.
is
I
what
don't
he's
have
trying
to
to
try.
do.
You can never be in the same room with them people.
I don't
again.
have to try. Because
I
you know
can't.
what? Those kids will remind you every day what you said. That
As
will
long
become
as you
your
don't
nickname.
slip up on the mic, you should be good. And you shouldn't be thinking about boners while you're preaching.
See, that's what they're gonna say. See how I'm saying? That is what they're gonna say. They're
Well,
gonna
that's
be
what
like,
I'm saying right now.
well, you're the one who would have said it.
No.
In this
I
scenario,
wouldn't.
you're saying you would have said it.
I wouldn't have said it. That's why I'm
So
saying
you would
the other
become that
situation,
guy that
'cause
they're like, why you think about that,
I can't be
Sha?
in the other one. No.
No, I'm good. I'm with Sha. I'm going with option 2. Sha is staying with option 2.
I'm option
The
2.
chat, what have we been? Pretty split, Sierra? Have you been looking at it? Yeah, Lauren said we're pretty split. And Cole is staying with option 1. Wow. That was a good one, I will say. That had some
Sheesh.
I didn't even need to hear.
good debate.
If I knew that boner one was in there, I was out.
But thank you. Oh, wow.
Maybe it's more of a fear to me than y'all. Maybe that's
You
it.
are.
But thank you guys
So.
for listening to this episode of Youth Group Chronicles, episode 157. 3 years of Youth Group Chronicles. Crazy to think we've made it this far, but here we are. And guys, some exciting news. YouTube is officially caught up with the audio podcast after 3 years of hard
Come
work.
on now.
So what that means is every Wednesday we are releasing an episode on Spotify and Apple. We've been doing that for 3 years, but now you can watch that episode on Wednesday. The same episode that drops on the audio pod, you can watch it on YouTube, and this one included. So you guys definitely take a look at that. And if you want to go start watching on YouTube, you can see us in the studio, new studio for season 7. So we're kicking some things off here differently. But we love you all, and we will see you all next week.